The shock was felt throughout every Florida community.
It is infuriating. It's heinous and it's horrible.
Parents like Hope Fogel holding their children a little tighter.
Because of instances like this, I have taken my children out of public school.
Gentlemen, it's my understanding that you have reached a verdict in this case.
Learning that the Parkland school mass shooter would not get the death penalty but live out the rest of his days in prison feels like there's no justice for the victims' families.
Less support for capital punishment in South Florida than in other places in the state.
Palm Beach County State Attorney Dave Ehrenberg says he agrees that the ultimate punishment should be a unanimous decision. The current system, though, complicates arriving at that.
The jury has to be unanimous on the statutory aggravators. And even when that occurs, like in the Cruz case, the defense can put up as many mitigators as they want, and all it takes is one juror to decide that one mitigator outweighs the aggravators, and then it's a life in prison sentence.
There was so much outrage yesterday, and people are questioning, if something as heinous as this doesn't deserve capital punishment, then what does?
And so I do think legislators will revisit the issue, especially because the Florida Supreme Court recently changed the rules in Florida, saying that you could have a death penalty verdict without a unanimous decision. That's new. And so it's up to the legislature to decide whether they want to change the law.
According to the Florida Department of Corrections, this year, 3 people have been sentenced to death in Orange, Osceola, and Lake counties. Only 1 person in 2021 was given a death sentence, and in 2020, 4 people were sentenced to death, including Marlon Joseph in Palm Beach County for the murders of a woman and her 11-year-old daughter. Another challenge in the system? Inmates sit on death row on appeals for years before executed.
It takes forever to implement the penalty. And so is it really ever true justice when people are languishing for many years on death row, where the family members of victims end up dying in some cases before the killer does?
Michelle Quesada, WPTV News Channel 5.